What is up, guys? I am the one and only Eagle Double T, and in this video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 best things about the Nintendo GameCube. So without further ado, let's begin. Nintendo has always had a pretty good habit about keeping their consoles at a fair price. So coming in at number 5, we have the price of the GameCube. Now the GameCube launched at $200, which is considerably cheaper than the $300 price tag of the PS2 and the Xbox. Now, it later even dropped to $100, and you can still pick these up today for a fairly cheap price. I got mine at a flea market for about $20, and they're still fairly common, so you can pretty easily just go out and pick one up for a good price. Not only was the GameCube really cheap, but it also had some impressive hardware. So coming in at number 4, we have the graphical power of the GameCube. Now, the GameCube had a CPU of 486 MHz, compared to the PS2 CPU of only 300 MHz. The GameCube also had a graphical power of 162 MHz, compared to the PS2's 150 MHz. Now, not only that, but just games on the GameCube just looked so phenomenal, and the GameCube definitely has some of the best looking games of the entire 6th generation. Coming in at number 3, we have the Game Boy Player. Now, the Game Boy Player is probably one of the coolest add-ons to a console ever. So what it allowed you to do was, it allowed you to play Game Boy games through your GameCube onto your TV. All you had to do was you had to put the GameCube on the Game Boy Player, put in the Game Boy Player startup disc, and then just simply put in a Game Boy cartridge. Not only that, but it also had an extension so you could plug in your Game Boy Advance cord into it and play it like that. And you could play any Game Boy game. You could play the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, anything. It was really a unique add-on. This controller is widely regarded as one of the best in video game history. So coming in at number 2, we have the GameCube controller. Now, this controller is almost perfect. It is extremely comfortable, can fit pretty much any size of hand, had these really nice unique triggers, had a great button layout with the A button in the middle, and then the X, Y, and B buttons surrounding it, which I really like. Had an excellent joystick. I actually kind of like the C stick, unlike most people. And not only that, but it also had a wireless cousin, the Wavebird, which is pretty much the first ever successful wireless controller that worked correctly. Just, the GameCube controllers are absolutely perfect, and unlike PlayStation, which only had 2 controller ports, the GameCube actually has 4. No console is complete without a great game lineup, and the GameCube has them. So coming in at number 1, we have the games. Now, the GameCube just has so many great games. Had a lot of great first-party titles. The third-party support was okay. It did have quite a few third-party games. And it also had a lot of first-person shooters, if you like that. I personally do. Top Gun, Combat Zones. Wave Race Blue Storm. Call of Duty Finest Hour. Medal of Honor. Resident Evil 4, which was originally only for the GameCube, but was later ported to other consoles. Sonic Mega Collection. Mario Kart Double Dash. Super Mario Sunshine. And pretty much what is regarded as the best GameCube game, Metroid Prime, as well as Metroid Prime 2. And it also had Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Luigi's Mansion, Monkey Ball. There's just so many amazing games for the GameCube, so that's why the games are at number 1. So that's my video of the top 5 best things about the GameCube. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, comment, I love responding to you guys' comments, and subscribe if you haven't. Also, I'd just like to thank everybody for the amazing support that I've got on my channel. I really appreciate it. I am the one and only Eagle Double T signing off. Goodbye.